The story begins in 1965, during the final days of the American Civil War. We see a captain with a gold coin in his hand, loading many boxes filled with similar coins into a ship. The letters CSA are written on these boxes. Suddenly they are attacked, but the captain quickly moves the ship into the water and turns off all the engines, so it can't be seen in the dark. His plan works and they escape their enemies. Now the story fast forwards to the present day. We find a WHO van with a doctor named Sophia inside in the city of Las Vegas, Africa. A disease is spreading rapidly through the city. After examining a new patient, Sophia finds he has the same mysterious illness. The patient's mother says he recently visited the country of Mali with his father, and his condition worsened after they returned. Sophia puts the patient in the van and tells her senior that the case count is now 6 and they need to report it to the WHO immediately. Her senior, however, believes that no one will help with such a small number of cases. Sophia wants to go to Mali to investigate the cause of the disease. Her senior warns her against it, explaining that there's an internal war happening there and no one will give her permission to go to such a dangerous place. During this, a masked man is secretly watching them, as if he doesn't like the doctors being there. Sophia realizes she should also get a sample from the patient's father. She heads to the lighthouse where he works and finds him in the same state as his son, but he has already died from the disease. She quietly takes a sample and leaves. Meanwhile, a man is boating nearby. The masked man attacks Sophia, but the boater saves her. In the struggle, the masked man snatches Sophia's bag and runs away. When Sophia wakes up, she's on a ship named Nomad, a vessel for treasure hunters. The man who saved her, Doug, is the captain. He emerges from the water, holding a valuable statue, explaining that they're looking for the CSA ship, but haven't found any clues yet. The ship's owner, Almora, arrives and tells Doug to get the treasure ready for a museum party that night. Doug goes to speak with a Nigerian dealer. At the party, the priceless statue, a tomb of an African king, is displayed. Doug meets the dealer, who shows him a coin with CSA on it. Doug is thrilled as this is the treasure he's been searching for his entire life. The owner of Mascot Company, who funded the treasure hunt, is also at the party. He has strong connections in Mali, so Sophia asks for his help to get there. He warns her it's dangerous, but says he'll try to find a way. Doug shows the CSA coin to James, the Mascot Company owner, explaining that it was found by a man in Mali. Doug believes the ship's wreckage must also be there. James is excited and gives Doug and Almora 3 days to go to Mali and look for clues. If they find anything, they'll start a full-scale operation. The next day, at the port, they find Sophia and Dr. Jack waiting for them. Sophia tells Doug that James gave them permission to join the trip, so the 5 of them head to Mali. In Mali, Sophia and Jack go their separate ways, while Doug and the others go to the house of the man who found the coin, only to discover he's dead. Their lead is gone, but Doug notices a mosque nearby. They visit it, thinking religious places often keep old records. An old man there finds a record of a ship that arrived at the port years ago, but everyone on board was dead. The current was so strong that the ship was carried away further down the river. This is a crucial clue for Doug. He immediately contacts James and tells him everything. They head toward a town called Gao, which is further downstream. On the way, they find some unusual reddish dirt on their boat, which Doug says isn't normal to find in a flowing river. Suddenly, a military boat approaches, and the officers keep asking for the doctors who came with them. The local King Qasim has been informed that 2 foreign doctors are in his country investigating the disease, and he has ordered them to be stopped to prevent a big problem. Doug realizes something is wrong. He pretends not to understand English and tells them to tie their boats together to talk. He then signals his friends to speed up, and with a sudden jerk, the military boat flips over. Doug cuts the rope, and they escape, but their troubles aren't over. 2 more boats are waiting for them and start shooting. Doug realizes they have to abandon their boat. Before jumping, they cut the fuel tank. When the second boat gets close, they jump into the water. The officers shoot at their boat, causing the leaking fuel to explode, killing everyone on the military boats. Doug, James, and Almora swim to a nearby hut on the shore. Rudy asks Doug if they're giving up the search now that their boat is gone, but Doug says they must save the doctors first. He tells Rudy to cross the border and find Almora, while he and James go to find the doctors. The doctors arrive at a village where everyone is dead. Sophia finds a house full of corpses, all victims of the same disease. In the morning, they bury the bodies. Sophia finds a well and decides to climb down to get a water sample. Down in the well, she hears Dr. Jack yell that military men have arrived. Then she hears gunshots, and Jack and the other villagers are killed. A helicopter lands, and King Qasim of Mali steps out. He asks where the female doctor is, but Jack, furious, shoots him and orders his men to find her. Doug and James, hiding nearby, watch in horror as Kasim's men start killing people. Doug is almost killed, but Sophia, still in the well, shoots Kasim's man. Devastated by her senior's death, Sophia is pulled out of the well by Doug, who tells her they must leave immediately. The three of them escape and find themselves in another, even more dangerous place. Some horsemen come and take the three of them captive to their king, Gadigo. Gadigo asks them, "What have you come here to do?" Sophia says, "I am a doctor and there is a disease in your area. I'm searching for it." Hearing the name of the disease, she is taken to a room where countless people have died from the same illness. Sophia checks and confirms, yes, all of them also died from the same disease. I came here to find the cause of it. After thinking for a while, Gadigo gives them permission to stay in his city. After this, Sophia checks the water there and finds out that the water of that place has become poisonous, and this cannot happen naturally. Something must have been deliberately mixed in this water. She tells the king this and says, "We have to find out where this poison is coming from in the water." The king also agrees, saying, "Find it out as soon as possible. I will help you as much as I can." After this, James is playing football with the children there. When the ball goes a little further, he follows it to a unique place. There are strange paintings on this place, and surprisingly, these paintings mention the ship that they came here to look for. It turns out that it's buried somewhere here in a dry desert. Sophia and Doug also go there to see it. Doug says that 200 years ago there was a river in this place, but today that river has dried up. Now the three of them start preparing to find the river. While they were still making a plan to find this river, they see a fort in this painting. This means there was also a fort near this river, and Doug believes that the poisonous water that is coming to this village might be from that river. The river may not be completely dry, and its water might be flowing underground. Now the three of them start the journey toward the river, on the path where a river used to be 200 years ago. Soon, they also see that fort. After climbing this fort, they see a solar plant, which belongs to the Mascot company. But the existence of a solar plant in such a deserted place doesn't make any sense. Doug sees a train a little distance away. These people slowly move toward the train and cleverly get inside the train. Meanwhile, Rudy has now reached Almora. Rudy finds the same red-colored sample on his clothes that they found on their boat in Mali. When Rudy tests the sample and shows the result to Almora, he is shocked. Meanwhile, Sophia, James, and Doug get inside the plant. After going inside, they understand that this plant is being used to make a radioactive chemical, which will be ready very quickly due to the strong sunlight available here. Just then, Sophia notices some containers being taken underground. The three of them follow that man, and when the basement door opens, all three are stunned. In this basement, thousands of tons of radioactive and poisonous chemicals have been lying for years. It seems that some containers are also leaking, which must be seeping into the ground and mixing with the Niger River flowing underneath. And the entire country of Mali drinks the water from this river. This is why the disease is spreading so fast. Over there, Almora and Rudy reach the U.S. Embassy with that report. Seeing this report, the man at the U.S. Embassy also does not believe that something like this could happen. Meanwhile, James was just running away from the plant with his friends when Mascot's men caught them. Mascot asks Sophia, "What are you guys doing here and how did you find this place?" Sophia tells Mascot, "What you are doing in this plant is killing people." To this, Mr. Mascot says, "I am not doing anything like that, but we are burning the poisonous chemicals. We are destroying them." Sophia tells him that the chemicals you have stored in the basement are mixing with the river. People are drinking it and getting sick. Hearing this, Mr. Mascot also gets scared, wondering if this is true. Now they start taking Doug and James away, tied up somewhere. Doug uses his mind and with the help of the gold coin, he opens the back door of the truck, because of which they get separated from the truck. Mr. Mascot quickly meets Kasim and tells him everything Sophia told him. Kasim says that if he is worried, he can shut down the plant, but his money should be given to him every month. He doesn't care about people dying. Doug and James are now wandering in this desert. Their hands are still tied to the door of the truck with shackles. They walk a long way like this. After walking for a long time, they were also losing hope. But just then, in the middle of the road, they find a broken plane that had crashed, but the tires of this plane were still fine. Somehow, they get on it and glide the plane on the sand and reach a village. Here they find a telephone, so they call Almora and tell him the whole story. Selling the gold coin, Doug buys a Jeep. Doug and James take this Jeep and go to Gadigo and ask for help from his men so that they can fight Kasim together. But Gadigo did not have as many men as Kasim, nor did he have big weapons like Kasim. That's why Gadigo refused to fight. But he gave them his car, which Gadigo had bought from Kasim. Taking this car, James and Doug reach the plant, but they are stopped at the gate. Both of them enter inside with the help of guns, and their mascot finds out that someone has entered. After this, he immediately goes to the upper part. As soon as Doug and James go inside, they are surprised to see that the whole plant is empty. So James says that perhaps Mascot is convinced that people are dying because of him, and this news might have reached America. That's why he wants to destroy all traces of this plant. James quickly goes downstairs to find the explosives, with the help of which they will be trying to blow up this plant. Just then, a helicopter lands there. Mascot forcibly takes Sophia and sits in it. They were just about to leave when Doug arrives. Doug had just caught Mascot. But then, one of Mascot's men comes from behind and stops Doug. Sophia, in time, jumps out of the helicopter. Downstairs, James finds the bomb in a container and takes it out from there and puts it in his bag. Meanwhile, Mascot, sitting in the chopper, turns the solar plant toward the sun with his program. Now all the solar panels start working very fast. But due to James's skill, there was no explosion, because James had already disconnected the bomb. Mascot gets very angry seeing this. Sophia and Doug get rid of Mascot's man, and then the three of them get in the car and leave from there, because they still have to go very far from here. But then, Chasm's helicopter starts chasing them. Chasm starts firing bullets at them. Doug tells James to start throwing out whatever explosives he found in the basement. When James does this, explosions happen wherever Chasm's bullets hit. So much smoke and dust flew that Chasm had to turn his helicopter away. But because of these explosions, something happened that they did not expect. The sand shifted from that place and the ship that was buried underneath came up. As soon as they see the ship, the three of them hide inside it. But Chasm finds out and once again starts firing bullets at the ship. Many of Chasm's people come there and surround them from all sides. Due to the attacks on the ship, the containers inside the ship open, and gold coins start falling out of them. Seeing this, Doug could not believe that these coins were still safe and sound. Just then, these people find an old cannon inside the ship, which was still in very good condition. Now they start preparing to fire this cannon. As soon as Chasm's helicopter comes into their sights, they fire the cannon. There is a huge explosion in the helicopter, in which Chasm is killed, after which Chasm's entire army also surrenders. The three of them come out and are completely shocked that such a large army surrendered to them. But then they turn around and see that Gadigo's men were standing surrounding them from all sides. Meanwhile, in America, an undercover agent who had come to know all this deliberately mixes the same poison in Mascot's drink that he was giving to the people of Mali, and soon he will also face the same fate that he has done to the people. In the end, we see Doug and Sophia together. Doug had left the treasure for Gadigo and his people because they had suffered the most in this disease, and it is their land. The treasure also belongs to them. If you like the video, please like it and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.